memory. For some, it is an archive, for others, a ghost. But for those at the edge of the digital revolution, memory is a shifting landscape, a territory that was once made of stone and paper, now dissolving into light and logic. The 1990s, the last decade of shadows, a world where you could still be truly lost. If you wanted to remember a face, you carried a slip of paper. If you wanted to hear a voice, you waited by a corded phone. Memory was a physical burden, heavy and singular. A world of tangible ghosts, where history was printed on paper that yellowed and skin that scarred. The philosopher Henry Bergson created a term called inverted cone. The tip is now. It is the people in the streets of São Paulo touching the pavement, but the base of the cone, that is the past. To Bergson, the past doesn't disappear. It stays with you, whole and entire, pressing down on the present. Memory isn't a recording. It is the soul's duration, from spirit to matter. Albert Einstein looked at the stars and saw a clock. He told Bergson that the time of the philosopher was an illusion. In the lab, the soul was replaced by the synapse. Memory became a chemical trace, proteins folding in the dark of the skull. The ghost was being turned into a machine. As the focus shifted from space to time, memory began to be understood as a living force, a duration that colors the present. The block universe. The universe moves from order to disorder, from low entropy to high entropy. For Bergson, the past is behind us and the future does not yet exist. But according to relativity, the distinction between past, present, and future is only a stubborn illusion. Memory isn't a spirit staying alive. It is a physical scar left by the increase of entropy. It is the trace left by the heat of life. The digital limbo. Our external memory became more fragile than the neurons in our heads. Then came the great offloading. By their late 20s, the cone began to shatter. We moved our lives onto floppy disks, zip drives, and mini DV tapes. We thought we were saving everything. We thought we were immortalizing the moment. But this is limbo. The 2000s are a graveyard of dead formats, a decade of file not found. The hardware died, the software vanished, and the keys to the palace were lost. The era of liquid data. By the 2010s, the archive was no longer a place you visited. It became the air we breathed. We stopped saving things and started sinking them. The memory of these three friends was no longer a weight in their pockets or a disk in a drive. It was a ghost in the cloud. Memory became constant. The duration that Bergson spoke of, the slow, painful seasoning of a life, was flattened into a scroll. Every like was a data point. Every memory was a transaction. Monster of memory. The relationship between media and memory fundamentally changed. A new monster of memory is born. We traded the grainy uncertainty of the past for a sterile, backlit present that never allowed us to forget or truly remember. The 2010s were the decade of the great erasure through abundance. We had everything, so we remembered nothing. The inverted cone didn't just shatter, it liquefied. We became consumers of our own reflections, trapped in a loop where the other was expelled to make room for more data. We were preparing ourselves to become the training sets for the machines that would soon begin to dream in our place. 2020s, the warped dream. The 2020s are marked by a convergence of huge computing power with the greatest memory dump in history. We have reached the era of hallucination. We don't just store memories anymore, we feed them to a global appetite. Artificial intelligence doesn't remember the smell of the rain or the weight of a first heartbreak. It calculates. It takes the billions of fragments we didn't lose, the metadata of our lives, and dreams for us. It produces warped dreams. These are images of a past that looks like ours, but has no gravity. It is a statistical average of a life, an algorithmic echo where the faces of our youth are blended into a generic perfection. The cone has been flipped. The past is no longer pressing on us from behind. It is being predicted for us ahead of time. Non-things. The process has reached its logical conclusion. We have moved from things to non-things. Information flashes in a fragmented real-time that destroys the stillness required for reflection. When machines consume material made by other machines, what was once a more discernible human past becomes warped. A memory trained and extracted from the archive of us. So, what's memory now? In the end, it's not the spirit, the image on the screen, or the file on the disk. It's the heat the machine gives off while it forgets you. It's the energy wasted to maintain the illusion